Hi, my name's Kimberly Brown, and I'm one of the lay candidates for consideration to election to the governing board of MCC this July in Victoria, Canada. I'm honored and humbled to have been selected to be among the candidates brought forward for your consideration. I was asked to do a video to let you know some of the gifts or strengths that I think I bring to the governing board, or that I would bring to the governing board if I was elected. The first strength I think I bring, and the gift that I bring, is I continue to have a deep passion and belief that the prophetic work of MCC is not yet done. We've done some amazing work as in this denomination under the vision and leadership of Troy Perry, and continuing under the leadership of Nancy Wilson and her visioning. But the work is not yet done, and I just firmly believe that in order for the dominion of God to be brought here on earth, that the work of MCC is a necessary part of the picture. We are needed in the world, and I just believe that I want to be a part of making sure that our beloved denomination is adequately and completely resourced to do the work that we are called by God to do. Another thing I think I bring to would bring to the Board of Governors is the fact that I know what it means and what the responsibilities are of a governing board member. I have been in nonprofit leadership for the last 30 years. For the last 17 years as a lawyer, I've acted as consultants with boards of directors, primarily working with church boards of directors. In our case, we call it a governing board. In some other churches, they call it board of trustees or board of elders. But I have worked in consulting with them and developed a skill about what it means to be in that position and what our responsibilities are. In addition to making sure that we fulfill the legal requirements if you are on a board of governors, making sure that we file the right paperwork and taxes are being done, and making sure that we have the people who are qualified and skilled to do those jobs are in fact in position, we need to make sure that we have adequate resources to make sure that the people who are doing the work of the organization are adequately funded and that they are able to do their job. I see that as a primary responsibility of a governing board member. Managing the resources we already have, the monies, the assets, more importantly the people, making sure that their needs are being met and well cared for, but also making sure that we look to other possibilities of funding our denomination and funding the local church in the ways that they might need assistance. I want to be a part of that work. I know how to do it, and I think it's an important part, and I think actually it's the primary role of a governing board member, and I'm willing to step forward and say that not only will I do that work, I'm willing to be held accountable in my role, whatever it might be on the governing board. I am a citizen of the United States. I live in the state of Oregon on the west coast of the United States in a little town called Boring, Oregon. I will say it is the sister city of Dull, Scotland, and that Bland, Australia is seeking to join our little relationship. But while I now live in the United States, from my birth until 21, I lived overseas because my dad was a U.S. diplomat. I was fortunate to live in Bogota, Colombia for 3 years, Nicosia, Cyprus for 3 years, Khartoum, Sudan for a little over 3 years, Adelaide, Alice Springs, Australia for 2 years, and 8 months in Beijing, China. I have a world focus, a world view, and I want our church to have that kind of focus, that we're not limited in our view, but that we see that all over the world people are crying out for God's good news, for the good news of Jesus Christ, and that we meet the need worldwide and globally. And I think that I bring a perspective that would be beneficial to the organization. The last thing I would say that I would bring is that I understand that there are consequences or effects of decisions that are made at the local level and decisions that are made at the denominational level. I've been in ministry at MCC Portland since 1989, being on the board of directors teaching Sunday school. I currently serve as legal counsel. I was blessed from 2012 to 2014 to be the intentional interim lay pastor of Emerald City MCC, and so I have knowledge and an understanding of what it means to serve in a church and wanting to be a part of and have a closer relationship with the denomination. I want to build those relationships and enhance those relationships. I hope to meet some of you at the conference and talk at you more if you're interested in chatting with me, and I just am really grateful and thankful for your consideration. Thanks a lot, and I can't wait to meet you.